For all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer, and everyone, today I am back with yet another horror movie review on these R.I.P. reviews, and today we're going to be talking about Rings. So Rings is the newest sequel to The Ring, the original movie. Now, I want to preface this review by saying that I have not seen any of the previous movies. I don't know if you want to take that as a good or bad thing. I guess it could be bad because I'm not sure of the full storyline, though I've heard of it. But I guess it's good in the sense that I don't really have any opinion, really, of the Rings or the Ring movies besides, what I've heard. I know some basic things. There's this girl, Samara, I think it is, who was pushed into a well by, I believe, her mother, and you watch a tape, and 7 days afterwards, you die. That's the basic preface of the story. Now, going into the movie, I wasn't sure of what to expect. Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie, I believe, a 6%, and I definitely will disagree with that. While this movie isn't perfect, it is far from a 6. Just even taking into account, some of the effects put into this movie and, like, the scenery, this movie is definitely better than a 6%. And I think that this movie is actually not terrible. There's definitely things I would change, too. Some of the acting was a little weird, and, some of the things and decisions characters made didn't make that much sense. But I get why, because I gotta put them in scary situations. There were also a lot of unnecessary jump scares, one involving a dog and one involving literally an umbrella. My dad was just talking to me about it in the car, like, did we really get jump scared by an umbrella? Yes, we did. But I think besides all the cheesy jump scares, the story behind it is actually pretty good. As Jeremy Johns, the movie critic on YouTube, mentioned, there is definitely a mystery behind this movie, and I think if you can get involved in that storyline, you're going to probably enjoy this movie. Being someone who hasn't really heard much about the lore behind the Ring movies, I definitely think that it is very interesting to learn about this tape and, like, why it exists. So if you've asked yourself those questions throughout the other movies, you'll get some answers in this movie. But before I get there, let me just preface, spoilers ahead. So, the major spoiler is, of course, that the priest was the blind man, and that he was actually Samara's father, and that he kind of put the mother of the girl in the basement of that church, and I think that was to protect everyone else from her, because she's some sort of entity or something, if she was even a girl to begin with. I don't know, it's hard to explain really why they were trying to watch out for her, and then definitely with the ending and the main character turning into the girl, that was definitely weird, but I think it's interesting. It opens up a door to another sequel, and it definitely left you with more questions, besides just getting answers from the movie. So, with that being said, even though I haven't seen really any of the other Ring movies, I thought this was an interesting movie just to watch. It reminded me a lot of the movie Dead Silence. If you haven't seen that movie, if you like Rings, you will probably like that. Basically, it's about, like, this ghost or something of a ventriloquist, and this guy has to figure out why she exists or something. That's basically what happened in Rings. We're trying to figure out why Samara is doing what she's doing. And I think it's definitely an interesting concept. It's very weird. Some scenes were creepy. I think the jump scares were almost unnecessary because the story itself could probably carry the movie. And I disagree that this was a 6%. In fact, I am going to give Rings a 3.5 out of 5 skulls on my rating scale. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below and I'll try to reply to you, and subscribe to Hauntformer, because remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.